So, if Jesus gives you a truth, a revelation, something that you know, and you're a Christian and a believer, and it's good news to you, but you're too afraid to share it, like you are too ashamed or afraid to be honest about it, what's the point of your life if you can't shout it off the rooftops? If you have to keep that a secret, then it's like, well, then do you really believe in Jesus? Are you really, you know what I'm saying? It could be circumstances and stuff like that, but eventually, like, you're not going to be able to shut up about what's in your heart, period. And about the good news is what I mean. You're not going to be able to be quiet about it. If he shows you something and you know that, how could you keep it to yourself? How could you lie even about it to others? Fearing man, and that boils down to your relationship with Jesus. It doesn't have to do, you can hear from Jesus, but you can also betray Jesus and yourself and his promises, and that's between you and him. So, like, be not proud, be proud, be grateful, like, glad that Jesus shares stuff with you, because he does. If we're listening and you know that he does, don't be afraid to share it, because you're really, where's your purpose going to be in this life if you can't even do that? But this is where God was training Elijah, because he ended up becoming, then it means you probably don't believe it, So God had to train him. God had to strengthen his faith. God had to train Elijah, you may not even believe fully. And rely completely. It depends on who you are and what we're talking about. Every single day, Elijah had to trust that God would keep the brook flowing also, for water. Jesus had women that God sent into his life, Father God, to take care of him. Let me prove that. It says in Luke 8, first started to train Elijah and rely on him to survive, basically, for his many women support Christ's work. All throughout the Bible, so, like, you can expect this to happen in my life, or somebody that's doing his will. You can expect their needs to be met. Like, they served him, they did everything, that he needed from a woman, because he could be trusted. He is the one who sustains us. Like, afterward, he was traveling from one town and village to another, preaching and telling the good news of the kingdom of God. The 12 were with him, and also some women who had been healed of evil spirits and sicknesses. That's why they liked and loved him. Mary, called Magdalene, 7 demons had come out of her. Joanna, the wife of Chuza, Herod's steward, Susanna, and many others who were supporting them from their possessions. So these were a group of women, and they all loved Jesus, and he loved them all, and they didn't fight. They